This is our latest 𝐒𝐔 review. I'm Noam.
And I'm Justin. We've been comparing Forex brokers for over a decade now, and we've been looking to the latest when it comes to CFD and Forex trends.
In this video, we'll cover the latest about a very well-known Forex broker, 𝐒𝐔. All right, Justin, let's get into it. We've obviously promoted and reviewed and analysed 𝐒𝐔 probably since the very beginning of Compare Forex Brokers, all those years ago, I think 10 years ago now. We haven't done an updated review for them in a little while, so we thought it was important to produce some content as we had some requests back home for it. Why don't we get straight into it? But maybe before we go through the various categories, maybe let's look at, what 𝐒𝐔 offer and who they're catered for specifically.
Sure, that's a really good question because 𝐒𝐔 operate globally in so many markets and catering for so many people that it's really important to understand what 𝐒𝐔 can offer in your region. So let's start in the US because that's a good place, and 𝐒𝐔 is actually now called TastyFX. They've done a rebrand, an interesting move by there, and they're saying that they're growing at such a fast rate that it deserves its own brand. Now, of course, in the US it's quite rare to get regulated by the CFTC, and they're one of the few brokers that offer that, and as such they only offer Forex trading. So that's really important. There's heavy restrictions on areas such as CFDs, and that's an area that they offer and do quite a good job. Now, in markets like the UK and Australia, which they've had the longest track record in, they offer Forex trading, and they also offer share trading, stockbroking. So we'll go into the fees a little bit later with this, but they've often people start trading with them and shares initially, and then they move to their other markets that they offer. In the UK, they also offer spread betting. They were actually the pioneer when it comes to spread betting, offering that on a range of markets like indices, bonds, shares, currency, so good range of markets. We actually found that of the 16 spread betting brokers, because it is a small niche, they actually came out fourth best of all the brokers. So quite strongly recommended if you're wondering. Pepperstone came out first. And then the other area really comes around CFDs in a lot of other markets, let's say Singapore, Malaysia. Really, they have a presence in most countries. So heavily regulated, really strong trust factor. We gave them almost maximum scores when it came to trust. So that's a long answer right there, but it's a very, as such a big global broker, they offer something for everyone.
Okay, so just to recap very, very quickly before we go through the other categories is, if you are trading in the US, you may not find 𝐒𝐔 on your searches anymore online. They have rebranded to TastyFX. They still provide all the services, the Forex trading services and brokerage to traders in the States under this new brand. But yeah, all right, let's get into some of the other categories that we normally discuss when doing these company reviews. So let's start with fees. Fees obviously is probably not 𝐒𝐔's strong point. They do tend to be pretty expensive. I got a bit of experience on the share trading side of things. I know that they may look quite cheap. But let's start with just fees in general, starting with Forex, and then we maybe can go into spread and to stockbroking.
Okay, so starting with Forex, so they have two types of accounts, and most people open a standard account. That's when there's no commission, just a wide spread. Now we compare their spreads, and on some major pairs they're more competitive than others. Overall, we found them about mid-tier. So that's what Noam said. We did, there's nothing really that exciting when it comes to their spreads on a range of currency, on a range of Forex pairs. If you look at something like shares, indices, once again, mid-tier, not expensive, but not cheap either. So they're at the more expensive end. Now, they do offer an ECN type account. Now that's called Forex Direct.
Yep.
And that's offered in markets like the UK and Australia. Now, Forex Direct has a very low spread, very competitive with the likes of Pepperstone, Fusion Markets, IC Markets, so low spreads, but then they charge a commission. that commission is very, very high unless you trade a really large amount per trade. So they actually have a sliding scale, but I believe at the very high scale it's like $7 per site. So that's twice as much as the other brokers. So really, unless you're a really high volume trading, and I wouldn't be using Forex Direct, I'd probably be looking at one of their competitors, which have lower commission rates, up to half cheaper, and yeah, not really a great option. So that's Forex.
Yeah, let's talk about stockbroking, because they do advertise stockbroking as being like, quite cheap, their brokerage fees. I think headline pricing is about £3 in the UK and from about $5 in Australia. But there's a catch.
Yeah, there's a catch. So, and anyone, so look, if you're an Australian and you want to trade on the ASX, it's a good rate. $5 Australian is, quite competitive. There obviously are some brokerage that charge $0. There's some that charge 30. So it's at a lower amount. Same in the UK. If you're trading on the FTSE 100 and in the UK. Now, if you're going to trade, let's say US shares, this is where they kill you. And that is the actual currency conversion fee. I believe it's 0.8%. So obviously if you're buying, an Australian, you're buying US and UK, you're going to keep on paying that 0.8%. If you're in the UK, vice versa, if you're trading overseas markets. That currency conversion fee is significant, and that's one of the key reasons why Noam and I use interactive brokers, because it's not the brokerage that hurts, it's the currency conversion that hurts when you're trading large amounts. So again, if you're just going to trade on your local markets and you want like an all-in-one broker, well, why not? It's quite logical, especially if you're trading small amounts. It's if you're going to trade in overseas markets, that it's going to get very expensive, and I'd probably be looking at a different option if you're going down that track.
On the IG interface, and you might not know the answer to this, but on the IG interface, do you have to open two separate accounts to trade stocks and Forex, or are they two separate accounts?
Yeah, you've got to open two separate accounts. So you're with the one broker, there are, they've got your details, you don't have to put that in, but you've got to open two separate accounts and have two different trading platforms. The same's true with even Forex Direct. You can't use most of their platforms. You have to use that L2 dealer only for Forex Direct. So there's a lot of limitations. It sounds, oh great, I'm just going to have one broker, they're going to offer me all the services. Unfortunately, it's not that simple, and it's not IG's fault, that's regulation. Obviously, you got one instrument like Forex trading that's leveraged, high risk, more sophisticated share trading, which is more your mums and dads type of instruments. Of course, they're not going to allow you to have the same account, the same platform, and get the two confused. So, I fully understand it's not their fault, it's regulation, but a lot of people will just start on the shares, move to Forex, but they've got to keep on switching accounts from one to the other when they want to do so.
Okay, got it. All right. So we looked at the fees they charge, and we looked at Forex trading, and we looked at stockbroking. Let's look at their trading platform. So they do offer a vast range of trading platforms, and interestingly, they now have TradingView.
Yeah.
Talk to me about their trading platforms.
So IG's always been, and we've always recommended using their trading platforms, because some features such as market information, such as the lowest spreads, such as some advanced trading features, you only get them when you're using their platform.
Right, yeah.
So if you're going to use something like MetaTrader 4, which almost every broker uses, you just put it to waste. You're not going to get the features, and you're paying higher fees. So again, the worst of both worlds. So we're strongly saying use their trading platform if you're going to go with IG. There's just too many features that you're going to miss out if you use a third-party platform. Now, when it comes to a third-party platform, this is one of the key reasons why we've done this update today. Is because just recently IG introduced TradingView, which is my favorite trading platform. So TradingView, I find it's got the best interface, easiest to use, and best charting software, and it's probably the fastest growing trading platform, and that's why IG's jumped on this bandwagon. They also offer MT4, and then as I said, L2 dealer if you're looking to do Forex Direct. So look, it's a solid range. Once again, they used to only offer their proprietary platform. Now they're off, then the demand for MT4 was too high, so they started offering that. Now they're offering TradingView, but to me, it doesn't matter. I'm strongly saying use their own platform. That's why you're using IG, because you want the best spreads that they offer, you want the advanced features they offer, and then you want the exotic markets that we're going to get into that they offer. They really only offer that on their own trading platform, so that's your only real choice.
Okay. In terms of like the overall score we gave them as a broker earlier in the year, we gave them a score of 71. They lost obviously like points in the area of trading costs, which you've obviously already covered, and in the area of trading experience. You want to just like touch on that very, very briefly?
Sure. So something like a good area, we say trading experience. So we measured all the brokers based on their execution speeds, and IG came out medium tier. So again, so if you're thinking about something like algorithmic trading, once again, IG is probably not right for you. If you're looking for the lowest spreads where we mark them down, IG is probably not right for you. We think their sweet spot's probably in a person that's quite new to trading. Their educational resources are excellent. Of course, they're one of the most trusted brokers, and they've got a really great range of markets. So if you're looking to do some real exotic, let's say currency pairs, or let's say futures, commodities, all these types, IG just has one of the greatest range of markets. So for that type of trader that wants to trade exotics, IG. For someone that's trying to learn Forex and is new to trading, IG is your suite. Or if you're just an American, you're very limited. There's only 7 brokers right now that have CFTC license right now. So you've got limitations. So IG is a very solid choice. I believe we named them in the top 3 in the US, so that IG is worth considering. But just, understand that, there's strengths and weaknesses to this broker. So, and, their sweet spot is definitely going for that, that new to trading. They're also going for that extremely high wealth individual. As I said, their Forex Direct has a sliding scale, so you've got to have really huge trades in order to get competitive commissions. Just generally, it's just not worth it. We'd say just go with a broker that has a standard lower commission to start with, and therefore you don't have to worry about each trade and what the commission rate's going to be on that trade. Okay,
so let's just summarize this for everyone back home. So again, IG are synonymous with the worlds of like Forex trading. They've been around forever and a day. Again, one of like the earliest brokers we started working with and we started reviewing about 10 years ago. So they're very, very well trusted and very well regarded. They offer trading in a range of markets from the USA, UK, Australia, Singapore, Asia, etc. And they're licensed kind of all over. In the US, they're licensed under a different brand called TastyFX. They do provide stockbroking in places like the UK and Australia. They also provide spread betting in the UK. We've reviewed them and do kind of include them in our analyses in those areas and those markets. We then had a look at their fees. Now their fees are relatively expensive if you are a beginner trader and you're just starting out. Also, if you're an intermediate trader and aren't trading all that much in terms of volume and spend, they're also probably quite expensive. The real sweet spot for IG is if you are a seasoned trader, are going to be trading a lot, because their commission rate comes down quite considerably if you are trading massive volumes every single month.
Or if you're a new trader and you're just going to trade very small amounts, the fees aren't going to be substantial, so you're probably looking at a broker that you trust, easy to trade with, and good educational material.
And then the other category we looked at was trading platforms. They obviously offer a huge variety of trading platforms, from MT4, TradingView, which you love, L2 Dealer, which is for people with direct, Forex access.
And their proprietary platform.
And their proprietary platform. So, we rank them quite highly for trading platforms. Where we felt they lost points was in the area of trading costs, which I've already mentioned, and also in trading experience. But overall, a really trustworthy, reliable Forex broker, fantastic for beginners, fantastic for expert traders that are going to be trading a lot, and you really can't go wrong with them. Justin, thanks so much. Guys, if there's anything else, any other videos or suggestions on videos that you'd like us to create for you, don't hesitate to let us know in the comment section down below. And please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.